Come join me as we cross over the U.S. border into Mexico from Laredo, Texas to Nuevo Laredo, all the way to Monterrey, Mexico. And I wanted to show you what we're seeing, what the roads look like, the gas stations, and just, well, the roads are really nice. Come check it out. This is us entering the Mexico border at bridge number 2 in Laredo, Texas, where we're crossing from Laredo, Texas into Nuevo Laredo. And as you can see, everything's really well marked, which was, a pleasant surprise. There were several bridges we could go over, but we did look at the U.S. Department's kind of tracker, which kind of gives you border lines. Now the border is for the opposite side. It is going into the United States, but we still went to the one that was the least crowded. Everything was super easy. The biggest mistake, we did make an error here because we drove right through when we got the green light. And I believe that is fine if you were just going into Mexico and coming right back into the United States from Laredo, especially with a U.S. passport and a U.S. vehicle. We, however, were going to cross over into Guatemala, so we ended up getting a $50 fine for each person, just because we did not get the proper entry stamps. We just had everything done electronically, and it didn't occur to me that I needed that physical stamp because we were going into Guatemala. But as you can see, the roads were really good here. This was the only little spot where they were actually working on the roads, but you can see these were beautiful roads. This was the nicest road we actually drove on the entire trip, going from Colorado to Georgia to Florida to Laredo, Texas, all the way to Honduras. And so you can also see the roads, it's well trafficked. I mean, it's not like bad traffic, but you're never really alone. They also have all of these little pit stops you can kind of see quickly on the side of the road where they have either Wi-Fi or a phone booth it seemed like every 15 minutes or so. So you were never kind of stranded all by yourself. This is now one of the tolls because we were on 85D, which is a Cuota road versus a Libre road, which the Libre road, you can actually see it's over to the right where you can see some semi trucks. That is the free road. And in this section of the road, they were right next to each other. So you probably would have been fine just taking the regular 85 and not paying the excessive fees. But this is another of the toll booths. So you can see there's, the tolls are expensive. We spent, I believe, 70 to 80 USD, and there's a lot of traffic here. So we are driving to Monterrey right now, and you could also just see a gas station. Gas stations were all over the place, which was really nice. I was a little concerned about that just from driving in kind of western United States, where you can go an hour or two without finding a gas station. But as you can see, highly populated roads. There's enough people there, but it wasn't like we didn't sit in traffic at any point, but we were never kind of by ourselves. The gas stations were easy to use. You do need to pay about 5 pesos to use a restroom, so keep that in mind if you want toilet paper and water. So little things. Otherwise, the trip was really great. It was only about 3 hours today from Laredo or the border to Monterrey, and you can see it's desert for a lot of it. Now once we're getting farther south, you do see a lot more vegetation, especially on the roads. And then you can see the mountains in the far distance, and then the closer we get to Monterrey is where, we get to that beautiful mountain range that it's absolutely exquisite. But we had a really good time. It was very uneventful, had gas, could get snacks, find a bathroom, all the little things that you need. And this is us just going through one of the small towns on our way to Monterrey. We're almost to Monterrey at this point. And everything was pretty seamless and easy. And then it was time to go get food, which was my favorite part.